The FBG Duck trial is in full effect, and all the Chiracian characters you all know and love have come out to play. Here goes a recap of everything that happened this week. Let's get into it. In their push to convict 6 men in the killing of rapper FBG Duck on the Gold Coast, federal prosecutors are relying on a cast of characters to make their case. 2 Chiracian gang members turned YouTubers have sparred with defense attorneys and evaded questions while providing potentially crucial testimony against the O-Block faction of the Black Disciples in the murder and racketeering trial. A former member of the gang set is also taking the stand. Prosecutors are now expected to press 3 of their own witnesses about their criminal backgrounds, a move defense attorneys opposed, saying it was inappropriate. You can't put up a witness simply to impeach them, said Sheriff Warman during a conference without the jury present on Monday. Meanwhile, a warrant was issued for a witness who was previously booted from the courtroom after it was revealed she was present for the proceedings. The warrant remained under seal on Monday, but electronic updates to the court's online system showed that a bench warrant had been issued for the woman who was the mother of one defendant's child. The trial has grown into a spectacle that has spilled out of the Dirksen Federal Courthouse and onto YouTube accounts and rap blogs that draw millions of viewers from across the globe. It centers on the lengthy gang war between the O-Block and the Tookaville faction of the Gangs of Disciples that was claimed by FBG Duck, whose real name is Carlton Weekly. On trial are 6 O-Block members and associates: Marcus Smart, 24, Christopher Thomas, 24, Kenneth Robertson, 30, Charles Liggins, 32, Carlos Saferd, 32, and Ralph Turpin, 34. The testimony of Martell Trenchesnews Wiley and Rakeem FBG Butter Wilton provided a revealing look into the world, since the bloggers have deep knowledge of the gang feud, but they proved mercurial on the stand, alternating between angry outbursts and comical asides that bordered on mocking the court.
Now look, we gonna talk about the sloppy 6. Tell me something. You gotta tell me something, right? I'm trying to figure something out. Tell me something, gang. Gang, they did a lot of up shit. They did a lot of ups on the hit that you getting paid for. I don't know if they really got paid for it. You know what I'm saying? This is what the internet, I'm just reading the internet. So, it's like, gang, if it's money involved, and we like, my life is at stake too. Cause just like I'm finna go take a motherfucking life, I can go to jail and lose my life, or I can die on this lick, or on this hit. So if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it right. And if it's done and we knock a motherfucker off that's as big as Duck, shorty on Tuka, they would've never saw me in the camera again.
FBG Butter testified that he had a child with Duck's sister and was close friends with the slain rapper. But Butter, most compelling testimony related to the killing of his own sister, Jakira Barnes, a female gang assassin who was shot and killed in a 2014 attack that also wounded Butter. Butter conceded in open court that King Von, a superstar rapper and alleged O-Block leader, had killed his sister by standing over her and shooting her repeatedly. Von, whose real name is Davon Bennett, later placed a bounty on Duck's head before he was killed. His testimony came after he made public statements claiming Von didn't kill his sister, something he said he did to avoid breaking the no-snitch code of the street. He changed his story after Von was killed in an unrelated shooting months after Duck was gunned down. He said, and I quote, "As long as Von was walking this earth, I never mentioned the man's name on no police ish," end quote. Prosecutors are now getting ready to call a new batch of witnesses with troubled backgrounds they want to highlight. All 3 witnesses are longtime associates of Turpin, who allegedly alerted the other defendants that Duck was shopping in the Gold Coast on August 4th, 2020. While mainstream media outlets have largely ignored the federal murder and racketeering trial, the extraordinary events unfolding at the Dirksen Federal Courthouse have repeatedly spilled on the YouTube channels and rap blogs. In a motion filed on behalf of all the defense attorneys, lawyer Steve Greenberg said Aletta Mickey Truth Williams was also pulled out of court last week after she falsely claimed that FBG Butter had been paid to work with the feds.
It seems like a movie right now, like a movie. Let me tell y'all what just happened. So I get up, get dressed, go to the courthouse, okay, for the O-Block RICO case, okay. I'm at the courthouse. I'm in the courtroom. What it do, Lena? I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? I'm chilling. Hold on. Let me back up. For one, Seti Nash, the YouTuber Seti Nash was there, right? We go into the courtroom. a whole slew of agents came and stopped setting Nash before he even hit the courtroom. They took him somewhere. I don't know what the happened to him, but I go into the courtroom, right? I'm sitting there. All of a sudden, a man come up to me and was like, can you come with me for a minute? And I'm like, oh. So, you know, I get my stuff. We walking out the door. He's like, do you got a phone or anything in the locker? And I was like, yeah. Then he's like, go ahead and get your stuff out. I'm like, what the? So all of a sudden he's like, I'm such and such. I'm gonna explain to you what's going on. Like once we move away from the courtroom, I'm like, the so my heart is racing. Cause I'm like, what to do, Paradox? I'm like, what is going on? So we get on the elevator now. I'm thinking he about to hit lobby and like I got to leave for some reason. No. He take me to a whole another floor. So I'm like, so he's like, yeah, you got history with the witness? And I'm like, who? I'm like, who is witness? So look, they say me and Butter got history. I'm like, I said, I ain't never talked to him before, like ever. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just reported. And he's like, yeah, I know you're a blogger. You're Mickey Truth. And I'm like, yeah, you know, I blog or whatever. And then he was like, well, we have concern for your safety.
She posted a video about Butter's testimony on December 6th and incorrectly stated that he or his mother had received $2,700 in exchange for his testimony. That same day, Butter was still technically on the stand while the trial was in recess. He appeared on another YouTube channel and ranted about the mistake.
And you said you denied getting paid. So did they offer you any money or they never offered you money?
Hell nah, nigga, I was going to jail. What you talking about? I play with guns. You ain't hear what they said? He been implicated 52 times in a RICO trial. What you talking about? Nigga ain't not one time they say I wore a wire, I was working, give volunteer information back to none of that, nigga.
Williams, who traveled from out of state to report on the trial, posted a correction on Thursday after being contacted by FBG Butter's mother. Upset about her false claim, Wilton expressed great displeasure to his handlers and at one point sought to run out of the room where he was being held. When Butter returned to the courtroom to testify, government agents told Williams that she wouldn't be able to remain in the courtroom while he was on the stand. Although she was offered the opportunity to watch from the overflow courtroom, she decided to leave Chicago when the agents told her that the defendants were dangerous people and she is now at risk. Prosecutors alleged that Williams had posted pictures and inaccurate personal information about Butter's mother, a claim that was rejected in a mistrial motion. It alleges that Williams' exclusion from the courtroom violated her right to free speech and the defendant's right to a public trial. Tiffany Huff, a Ferd's ex-girlfriend and mother of his child, one of the O Block 6, discussed his ties to O Block and recalled taking him to purchase a Ford Fusion that was later used in the shooting. Duck's mother, Lashina Weekly, was also removed from the courtroom for a second time after causing a disturbance. She was previously cited for having a quarter ounce of weed at the courthouse and was also involved in a verbal altercation that nearly led to a fight.